I don't know if I ever really felt that there was a lot of difference between, my tunes versus Blondie tunes. This just sort of evolved in a way. I found some people that I like to work with. My principal writing partner was Chris, and he sort of, got sidetracked being a family man, and he moved out of the city after 9/11. Primarily, I think Guy from the Toilet Boys got me, introduced me to the Barb and Charlie from Super Buddha, and he said, "Oh, I really want to produce a remake of In the Flesh," which was our first #1 single. I said, "Okay, that'd be great." He said, "Yeah." He said, I'll introduce you to Barb and Charlie, and we'll go over there and we'll do it." And it's fantastic, and it just went on from there. Then I wanted to write a song called Charm Alarm because he was doing a club night called Charm School, and so we did a duet. I thought, oh well, we should do a duet, and then it just kept rolling, really. I don't know. I think we appreciate each other's sixth sense of humor. I don't know. We just have a really great understanding of each other, and we trust each other. I think that has a lot to do with it. I think if you're going to really work with somebody on a creative project, you really have to trust them and sort of appreciate whatever their input is going to be. I think that a lot of times collaborations fail because people don't want to give way about their ideas and sort of somehow incorporate another person's ideas into their own. And I don't think we've ever really had a problem with that. It's sort of, for some reason, if he, sort of would draw a blank, I would have an answer, and vice versa. So our collaboration was always very, very productive. I don't know, just we got lucky. I don't really spend that much time walking down memory lane. I think I'm really more interested in, making new things and being better at what I do. And but it's nice to hear everybody talking like that, and everybody has a sort of different picture to paint. They've taken a different picture of different events, and so it's always very interesting, edifying, I guess. Well, I think that's sort of like the catch-22 of what love is, because it is the other side of hate, and it is a necessary evil, and it's the person that you love to hate and that you love to love as well. It's just the hardest thing to do is to love somebody, or to love anything, really. So we all have our necessary evils in life, no matter, they could be anything, really.
What are yours?
I'm not telling. I think it's a lot of things, I guess first of all you'd think it would be the visual impact, because initially that's very important. And that's the showbiz aspect. And I think Madonna really worked that, to the ultimate. I mean, she was very much in control of her image and all of her visuals. Secondly, of course, then, or on an equal level, would be the material, the songs, and the ability to sort of put an idea, that sort of already exists in everyone's mind. That's the best thing about commercial music, is that something is already there, and people say, "Oh, I know that." Sort of like the song that you never heard that you actually think you've heard. And I think, that's probably the best element you know that you can discover or create. I don't know if it's evolved that much. I think you could sort of have the same criteria. I think that the technical end of it has really matured. And the other thing that's really interesting to me is that I think the audiences have become so much more sophisticated and educated about what they want to hear and what is listenable to them. As everything has really become much more sophisticated. I think in a lot of ways, almost in a lot of ways, sort of bringing in sort of elements of jazz. And I don't mean that it sounds like jazz, it just has sort of this abstract quality to it, like these sounds come floating in and, and it all makes sense. Everybody loves it, and it's really particularly noticeable lately, I find. Good question. What is next? Well, obviously I'm going to be promoting this necessary evil. I'm going to be promoting this for a while, and so I guess that is a necessary evil. And I'll be doing some shows behind that, and after that, I guess I'll be taking a little break. I'm supposed to be working on a book. I'm supposed to be working on a screenplay. I'm supposed to be perhaps doing a Blondie album, which would be great. I would love that. I would really love to do another movie. Recently I had a little tiny part in a movie called Elegy. And it's with Dennis Hopper, who is, Godhead in the pop world, and Sir Ben Kingsley and Penelope Cruz. So that was a real great experience for me. I would like to do some more of that. I like working. I think working and creating is what I like to do the most. And it doesn't seem like, if I'm actually working just being creative, it doesn't seem like work. It seems like a puzzle. It seems like fun. It's really what turns me on. Even if I was to go to Tahiti or someplace and lay around, I think my brain would just be absorbing and, clicking away. I think a complete vacation would probably kill me.